Hello there, Hocus Pocus here, and welcome back to the Minecraft Let's Play. This is episode 82 of the series, and if you're with me for the last episode, you'll remember that we went ahead and built this wheat farm behind me. Kind of a strange video because this took a lot longer than I thought, and maybe it was slightly boring for you guys, so apologies for that. Hopefully today will be a bit more interesting. We do have some plans that I think are more interesting than building a wheat farm. And immediately here we're going to be scouting out a bit of land because today I want to do another build outdoors. So we're moving away from the past two projects that we've been working on. So I'm going to quickly have a little look around, try and find some flat ground because I want to build some sort of house outside today that will allow us to store a few items up on the surface for easy access so that we don't have to keep going down to small storage. So as I said, I'm going to be on the lookout for some flat ground, some good real estate. And once I found some, I'll bring you guys back in and we can hopefully start the project. Aha! So, this land should be as good as any. We are opposite the mob farm and storage system, as you can see, and I think with a few alterations, such as the removal of this hole here, or the covering up of this hole, I should say, and removal of this tree, we can make this into a piece of perfect real estate to build our house on. So it's not going to be very big at all, and I'm going to be taking some inspiration from Google Images, most likely, so I'll probably run you guys through a few of those inspirational images before we get started, and once we've seen those, and you've got the sort of idea behind the house I want to build, I will begin the process and you guys can just sit back and enjoy the ride. Okay, so I went and grabbed a few materials, as you can see in my inventory right here, just to get things kicked off, but we do need to get rid of a few things and organize a bit of the land before we do go ahead and start the build. So as I said, this tree is going to be saying its last few words right now as we tear it down. And once I've done that, we'll also be doing a slight bit of terraforming down below just to flatten out a bit more of the land to give us a larger area to work with. As I said, this house isn't going to be the largest house you've ever seen, but we will need a little bit of land for it anyway. So I will, as I said, do a slight bit of terraforming just to flatten out the surface. So what I'll do is I'll get rid of this tree and we'll come back in and organize a bit of the land below. And once we've organized the land, we can go ahead and start the build. So there goes the tree, decaying into nothingness, which is good. We didn't want that here. We need the space free. So I'm going to start right now and get going on the terraforming. So I think I'm going to just take a few layers of dirt off here, maybe one or two. Just see where that leaves us in terms of space. And of course this hole here needs to be covered up as well, so I will make sure that that job is done and done correctly. And then hopefully, as I say, once we've taken off a couple of layers here of the dirt, we are left with a nice big flat patch of land for us to go ahead and start construction on, because firstly I want to sort of build a plan of the basic foundations of the build. And then once we've laid out the foundations and we know how the house is going to look once complete, we can then start to build up the walls, obviously build up the roof, build up every other aspect of the house itself. I do want some sort of basement type layer as well if I can, so expect this house to have maybe 2 or 3 floors and expect it to be built in a way that will allow us to store items inside of it. So I do want enough room to have chests and the such lying around so that we can, as I say, store a few items out here for when we need them so that we don't have to head all the way down into the ravine base to get them. And I guess we will just see where this takes us. I'm going to be as creative as possible, use mainly my own ideas hopefully, but as I said, I will be taking inspiration when necessary and using that inspiration to hopefully produce the best looking house possible. Alright you guys, so here is our piece of land. I think this is probably about an ideal size, so we're going to go ahead and start laying down some of the plans for this place. So over in this corner here we want a fairly large room. This is going to be the main section of the house. We've got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, let's say 12, and then bring it out one more here for 13. And I want to kind of do a 13 by 13, so 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And then we'll take it all the way across as well, like so, and line it up with this side. There we go. And then I'm just going to go ahead and fill all of this in with cobblestone to sort of create a floor plan, if you will. And we will keep doing this for each room. And once we've got a few rooms built up, we can then go ahead and, as I say, start developing the walls, the roofs, the floors, that kind of thing. So we've got a big 13 by 13 room here. That's the main portion of the building. We also need a way to maybe access the base or the house from this side. So let's give it a 3 wide staircase maybe. So we'll have a staircase that goes... that will start here, I guess, on the larger side, and then we'll bring it out by 3. One more, so that it's 3 wide. And we will take this. We'll take this all the way to the back because I don't know how long this staircase will need to be. So we'll bring it all the way to the back for now. But of course, it isn't necessarily going to be the entire length of the house. I kind of want it to meet up with the floor around halfway. So however that works out. So that's going to be the staircase leading into the main part of the house. And then, of course, we'll have a smaller area over here. So how about we say maybe a 9 by 9? So that will be about 2 in. Maybe 9 by 9, would that work? Or should we do a 7 by 7 maybe? 1, 2, 3. I'm trying to work out what 9 by 9 will be here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Or should we go in one more maybe? So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now, is that too small? Yes, I believe that to be too small. So we will in fact go for a 9 by 9. Let's just take it out. It should go out an extra block this way as well, I think, like so. And then we'll take it back in here. Perfect. And then we can just reinstate this grass because we don't need it there for now, but of course it's going to stay for the time being, just so that we know where we're working. And let's just double check that this is a 9 by 9. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Perfect. So we have a 9 by 9 here that leads into the big 13 by 13 at the back. And then we'll possibly have another room that comes off in this direction. Maybe the 7 by 7 can be over here, just as an extra small bit of storage. So let's work that out. 1, 2... then 9 by 9 would be there. The 7 here, I believe. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Perfect. So let's secure that in place like so. Okay, and then maybe, whoops, we didn't mean to fall down there. Maybe we'll add a few more details in here and there, but I'll do that bit off camera. And once we got the entire floor plan in place, I'll bring you guys back in and we can begin constructing this thing. So this is the current complete floor plan, and of course this is subject to change, so do expect some changes to be made along the way. So as you guys know, we have the big 13 by 13 main portion of the house. Then here we have a sort of entrance area, which is a 9 by 9. At the back here we've got a 7 by 7, which could just be a small offshoot for extra storage, something like that. Over the side here, we've got area for stairs that will connect to the main portion of the house. And in the front here, we've got an area for stairs to connect to the opening portion of the house. So there's 2 ways in. And I think that at this point, we should start building this place up. So first of all, I'm going to take some cobblestone and just create a kind of basement area for this house. So we're going to just start by bringing this up by a couple of blocks. We'll start with 2 for now. I think that makes the most sense. And we can expand this if we need to, of course. So I'm going to just take this 2 high all the way around. And this is going to be, as I said, the basement section of the house. So we will be able to access underneath the house itself for extra storage or anything that we decide to put under there. So let me go ahead and get this done. Okay, so I'm just finishing up a few of the beams here that we are using to sort of add a bit of style and a bit of construction feel to our build here. So as you can see, the beams run across the entire house, and when they make it to the edge of the house, they sort of branch out by 1 and come down the side. And just in here, we'll probably add a stair block just in this segment here. So be prepared for that to be installed. On this side, we only have the 1 at the moment because, of course, I don't know where the stairs are going to finish, and we might even just turn this entire piece into a stair with a veranda on the edge so that we can have a sort of overlook. And then on the back as well, we've got a few more of these support beams, and they just wrap all the way around the build. So from this point onwards, we can probably start constructing the floor and some of the walls. And once we have the walls in place, then we can think about bringing in the next layer of the build, which of course will be the second floor. And at the moment we currently have the basement, and that is it. So let's get moving. So just a few changes to discuss quickly. As you can see, I moved the wooden pillars back into the basement walls, and we've dug these small holes. These are going to be windows for the basement, and we also extended out this added part of the build here, this segment, into a 9x9, just so that it matches the initial segment, so that we can have a bit of symmetry. I think that'll be easier to work with. But I think for now we're going to start building our staircase for the front. So it's going to work something like this. Of course, we'll just fill in the gaps here with some dirt. So it's going to be a very basic one. It's just going to lead all the way up to the first level of the house itself, like this, nice and simple. And then we can go ahead and remove this outline here, because we don't need that, I do not believe. And then we can build up some walls on the side here, which I'll do off camera. And we can also go ahead and place in our staircase here. So should I line it up with this, or should I push it back one block? I've got a decision to make here. I will think I will push it back one block like this. And then of course we can do the same thing, just build up with the dirt. So there we go, next layer in. And then build up once more till we reach the top again. And then another layer, and this should be the final layer of stairs right there, like so. And then we will take the back of this build here and probably fill it in with dirt as well. Or actually we could leave it open like this and have some sort of entrance that leads into the basement. How would that work? That will work something like this, I guess, if we just remove this wall here. And then we've got another section of the basement that we can move into if we need it. Just a bit of underfloor storage. Of course, we will be replacing some of these basement walls eventually. I'm just leaving it open plan for the minute though. And then obviously we'll have some walls that run around the back here that look similar to the basement walls. And that's how the staircases are going to work. So as I said, now that we've put the stairs in place, we are going to go and build some walls up either side of the stairs, just to make them look a bit more secure and concrete. And we'll also do the same over there and add the veranda area in as well. We're going to need some white wool for this build, so I'm coming over to the sheep farm, which still doesn't function automatically yet, just waiting for that 1.14 update. We're going to shear these sheep. Not sure how much I have in the silos at the back, but I'm going to be taking it all, so we'll grab as much as we can get. I'm going to go quickly take a look at how much we've got, and I'm going to wait for that bit of wool to filter into the system, and we're going to head back outside and continue building. Okay, so progress is being made. As you guys can see, we are in the process of building up some of the walls right now. So yeah, things are going okay, I guess. It's kind of difficult for me though, because I'm not the best builder outdoors, to be honest. I prefer doing all my building underground where, you know, as I say, I can hide the innards and just build a facade. Is essentially the way I usually go. However, we are challenging ourselves a bit right now, I guess, by creating something slightly different. So here it is so far. We're going to be using the white wall, as I said, as sort of a border where the windows will be. And I still haven't decided what we're going to do for a floor in here, or what level it's going to sit at, but I would imagine it'll probably sit at this level here. So we'll place blocks on top of the cobblestone and have this be one block higher than the floor itself, so that we can at least see out the windows when we're inside. As I said, most of the reason why we are building this is just for storage purposes, because I need somewhere to store items outdoors so that I don't have to go down to small storage. But we are going to keep working here, and of course we've still got to come up with a design idea for this area here, the veranda that we're going to build. And I did extend this out, maybe incorrectly as well, so we might have to revert that back to the way it was. But as I said, things are going not so badly, and I do see an error that we need to fix quickly over here as well, that we can quickly do on camera. If I can get up there. No, I can't. Can I get up here? Come on, make the jump. Yes, made it. Okay, so we need to come over. And then I fall. Brilliant. Okay, we're just going to use a rocket. No, we're not. We're going to use a rocket. No, we're not. We're going to use a rocket, please. Why can't I take off? Okay, there we go. Alright, we're going to come in for the landing and hope that we can place this block where it needs to be placed. Okay, here we go. Alright, let's get on top of here. No, I fell. It's all good though. Okay, there we go. Okay, so I'm not going to beat around the bush with you guys. The more I go here, the more I grow skeptical of what we've built. Here, I'm just going to grab this sapling so that I've got a few more to plant when the time arises. There we go. Yeah, it's not really turning out the way I wanted it to be honest. Maybe I would have been better off following a tutorial. As I say, I'm not very skilled or versed in this outdoor building malarkey, so sometimes it can be difficult for me because, as I say, I like to build things where only the facade is visible and we can go ahead and hide everything else behind a wall. So at the moment, things I don't think are really going to plan. Maybe I've got my proportions off a little bit. As I said, I had a few images that I was trying to sort of use as inspiration. And they look great. The houses that are being built in the images look great. Maybe it's because I'm still a little bit of a way off of completion or something like that. So I'm not sure whether just to halt the build for now and work on it off camera. Whoopsie daisy. Didn't mean to do that, of course. I thought I was going in at a reasonable speed there, but obviously not. So as I was saying, not sure whether to halt the build and try something off camera between episodes, do something else before the end of this one, or to just carry on and keep building and just see where it takes us. Maybe just carry on, keep building and see where it takes us for now, because I don't really see another way around this apart from tearing it down if I'm not happy with it. So once I've got all my stuff back here, which might be a bit of an issue since we died in a bit of a weird position. Am I going to be safe to jump down there? I'm not really sure. Let me put some stuff on so that I can make the glide down. There we go. Grab my stuff back. But as I was saying, I've got about 3 decisions here, three choices that I can make. And one of them is to tear this entire thing down and just start again using a tutorial maybe. But I think we'll just continue with it for at least this video, just so that we can make sure that we aren't heading in the right direction first before I decide anything radical. So I will continue here as I mentioned and just see what comes of it. If nothing good comes of it, then we will probably get rid of this and start afresh. Okay, you guys, so as I have stated already, kind of skeptical about what I've got going here. So let's try and get a look at it. I've changed the roof up a little bit. As you can see, I've added in some sort of... they're not bay windows. I don't really know what you'd call them because you can't access them at all. They're just... I guess for light to enter into the roof. I have no idea what they're called. But I've added some in based on some of the designs I've looked at. But I'm still feeling the same way about this build. Not entirely sure if I like the way it's turning out at the moment. It may be due to lack of detail. So we could try and sort of expand on the blank canvas that we have at the moment. But I am sort of running out of time with the recording. So I think I'm going to end the video just here for today. And I will have a little bit of a think about what we've got here and think about whether it's worth taking it any further forward. And of course, if you guys have any opinions as well, make sure you let me know, because your guys' opinion matters just as much as mine does, really, at the end of the day. So do let me know. But as I said, this is where we're going to be ending things for today. So thank you very much for watching. If you did enjoy the video, be sure to drop a like down below. That will be much appreciated by myself and it will help the channel out. Also, if you have any questions, suggestions, comments, feedback, anything to say in general, pop that down in the comment section. I'll be sure to get back to you on that. And finally, if you're new around here or haven't subscribed yet, then make sure to click the subscribe button to join the channel and stay updated with everything that we decide to put out here. So once again, you guys, thank you very much for taking time out of your day to come and watch my video. I really do appreciate you being here. Take care of yourselves, take care of your families, and I'll catch you all in my next video. Bye for now.